Alright, it's time to make your texture rubbing book. Our learning target is I can create a texture rubbing book. And this book is to showcase all the textures that you found around your house. So some of the things that I found were different types of leaves around my house. This one is really great because it has a lot of these veins that are raised. Some coins. Coins are great because they have some raised surfaces. A cheese grater, it gives a nice dotted texture. And then I found some other things that I can't bring inside, like a brick pathway or concrete, but those also make great textures. So, when you are ready to make your book, you want to get crayons, but crayons like this won't work. You have to peel the paper down a little bit before you're ready to actually make the rubbing. So you can kind of see the difference between these two crayons. This one has more crayon exposed at the top and this one doesn't. So I'll just show you on this one what to do. Just take your thumbnail and just kind of move the paper down and then start to kind of peel it around the crayon. You don't have to peel the entire crayon. These are new crayons, so I didn't want to peel all the paper, but just get it to about an inch down the crayon. And you want to do it for a couple colors. Don't do your entire box. Don't do that. Just do a couple colors that you know that you want to use. So I picked out these. Okay? So after you watch the video, you learn how to make a little book like this, a little size book. And if you don't like that book, you don't have to make it just like mine. You can make a simpler version, and I'll show you how to do that now. So if you want to make a simpler book, just grab 2 sheets of computer paper, and you can literally just fold them right in half, making sure that your corners aren't aligned or unaligned. Make sure they're nice and neat. I like to take my finger, put it down in the middle, crease it. Now it kind of looks like a birthday card, but I have several pages. Same amount of pages as this book, just a little bit bigger and maybe easier to make for some of us. You might need a stapler to keep it all together, make sure it doesn't fall out. Do one in the middle. And on the 2 corners. And this will work just as fine as this one, whatever works for you. Okay? So now I'm ready to start doing my texture rubbings. I'm gonna make a second book. So I'm gonna grab some of my materials. And when you do this, you want to put your material underneath the paper where you wanna rub. So I wanna put this leaf underneath this paper first because I think the leaf is the most interesting. So I want it on the cover of my book. Whatever is your favorite texture, make sure that's the cover. Then my crayon, I'm not gonna just come in here and vertically start coloring. I'm going to make it horizontal, like it's sleeping. Adjust our light real quick. And then I'm gonna rub it from side to side. You want to make sure that your leaf or whatever you're rubbing doesn't slide and move all over the place, or else you get a kind of a strange rubbing. So you want to keep it nice and secure. So I kind of have one finger holding that and one finger holding my paper. I just start rubbing, and pretty soon you can see I'm creating a texture rubbing of the leaf. I didn't draw this leaf, I didn't paint it. I just rub the texture and I get a print of what's underneath. So to me, that's my favorite. So I'm gonna do another one. All right, you can do another one right here. Let's try this ivy leaf. And I'm gonna change my color. Okay, holding it down, making sure it's not gonna slip out. Wow. And there I have the exact shape of the ivy leaf right underneath me. Wow, that's really cool. All right, if you want to do a coin, the coins are slightly tricky, but they still turn out pretty cool. Really make sure that those aren't moving because they're so tiny. And there you are. For the cheese grater, oh, on this one, if you're doing the coins, try to fill up the page with several coins, not just one, but I'll just move on for the video. I'm gonna put my cheese grater underneath here. Be very careful with your hands, not sliding it onto the grater itself. Place your crayon over top and just rub it. And it gives a really cool dot texture. Also just say right here, whatever you're rubbing, whatever you choose to use for your textures, if it's something that's valuable or something you don't want to get any crayon on, just be careful to only keep your crayon on the paper. Okay, so you're gonna fill up the whole book. You wanna write your name and maybe texture book on the back once you're all finished. And then